Up next, the weather helps holiday travelers in their journey back home. Sheriff's police break up an alleged gambling operation that moved every 2 days. Plus, a beast that would tower over the giants in Jurassic Park. I'm Mark Sapelsa with Channel 5 News is next.
What's the very first thing we need to know? That we won't get anywhere if we don't get there together. This is the fabric of our lives. This is cotton.
Hey, look. Mommy'd like this pillow. A bear. Hey, how about a stocking? This bear is nice. Wow, this is pretty. No, bear. My bear.
Right here, right now, this is where you want to be.
The 96 Buyer's Choice Drive Away. Lease the elegant 96 Chrysler LHS for just $369 a month. Or get our lowest APR. Or our biggest cash back on 96 models. Factory-to-dealer cash could save Illinois residents even more.
Right here, right now, this is where you want to be.
See the bright new stars of Chicagoland at your Chrysler and Plymouth dealer.
In this day and age, the old camcorder with its tunnel vision is, shall we say, history. Now look at the world with a sharp view cam. The big bright color view screen frees you to see all the action, and the pivoting lens gets shots the old camcorders can't. There's even instant replay with color and sound. So it's out with the old cam, in with Sharp View Cam. Now get up to a $200 rebate when you buy a Sharp View Cam.
Maris gives Niles the shock of his life this Tuesday on Frasier. Now join Robert Stack and the cast of Frasier as they reveal who Maris Crane really is on NBC Unsolved Mysteries.
Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, extraterrestrials. Everyone has heard of them, but who has ever really seen them? Tonight, NBC is searching for its own mysterious creature, the wife of Frasier Crane's beloved brother Niles, the elusive Maris Crane. She was last seen in the sleepy seaside city of Seattle, Washington. Her long-suffering, doting husband, Niles Crane, offers the first clues to her identity.
She's been afraid to fly since her harrowing incident.
Did a plane almost crash?
No, she was bumped from first class. She still wakes up screaming.
Unsolved Mysteries has attained the talents of one of the nation's top police sketch artists. Using the facts uncovered in this special report, he will render a portrait of Maris Crane that will be revealed by the end of this program. And for the first time, we'll finally see who Maris Crane really is. But what about her appearance? What do we really know?
Thin. Make that very thin. Caucasian. Very Caucasian.
What's wrong with Mrs. Crane?
Cosmetic surgery. Her chin, her lips, her cheeks, her eyelids.
Maybe it'd be faster if you just told us why she's leaving alone.
Unsolved Mysteries went through the secret medical files of Maris Crane. What we uncovered was shocking.
Now, what do you think Mrs. Crane would like for dinner?
She can't have shellfish, poultry, red meat, saturated fats, nitrates, wheat, starch, sulfites, MSG, or dairy. Did I say nuts?
Oh, I think that's implied.
By the facts we acquired, our top police sketch artist finally reveals a portrait of Maris Crane. Eyewitness reports suggest that Maris Crane is planning to strike again. The unfortunate victim, her husband, Niles.
She wants a divorce.
I can't believe this is my home. You're not taking me.
Don't miss the startling revelations to be revealed in this Tuesday's Frasier. And perhaps you, too, can help solve the mystery.
Is it divorce court for Maris and Niles? Solve the Frasier mystery this Tuesday on NBC. Your local news is next.
NBC5, Chicago. Now, live from the NBC Tower, this is the Channel 5 News at 10.
It's the season to travel. Bumper-to-bumper traffic grinding its way through airport terminals as hundreds of thousands head home from holiday destinations. Hello, I'm Sita Kwan.
And I'm Mark Sapelsa. 213,000 people. That's how many are projected to pass through the world's busiest airport on what is the most congested day of the holiday travel period. Channel 5's Dana Fowle joins us now from O'Hare with more on the masses. Dana?
Well, Mark, around here tonight, they're saying, whew, we did it. We got through the busiest traveling holiday season of the year. Although right now, it is pretty peaceful and quiet along Terminal 3. But I'll tell you, about an hour ago, it was rush hour, if you will. There's a line here. There's a line there. At O'Hare, there's simply lines everywhere tonight. More than 200,000 travelers passed through this airport today, trying to get home after the Thanksgiving holiday. Ellen and Tori Gordon are just happy to be home.
Well, there's like lots of people, and like everyone's coming into the house, and everyone's like, hello. So nice to see you. Last time I saw you, you were this little.
You're ready to have the house to yourself?
Uh-huh.
He, too, has had just about all he can take, but others find holiday travel okay.
I said when we landed tonight coming in from the islands, I said, you know, well, look at all the traffic. At least it's not snowing.
Everything went very smooth. The weather was with us, and I'm very pleased with the way everything turned out.
The Anastas family spent the holiday golfing and celebrating a 50th wedding anniversary.
In Arizona at Phoenix, it was beautiful in the 80s, would you believe? The entire weekend. We got there Wednesday, and we're coming back today.
It was in the 80s here while you were gone.
Oh, come on. No way. But this isn't bad for Chicago.
It feels like the holidays out here at O'Hare. It's that time of year, and some travelers are already in the spirit. So are you tired, Poop, from the holidays?
Not really.
No?
I could do it again.
Well, there is increased air travel all the way through December, and there is a reminder as well that there are increased security measures. So check in early as you did in the previous holiday. That will be all through December. They'll ask you to check in early so you can get to your destination quickly. We're live at O'Hare tonight. Dana Fowle, Channel 5 News.
All right, Dana, thank you.
Tonight, an early indication that consumers spent less this past Friday, the traditional start of the holiday shopping season. Nationwide, Telecheck reports sales were down 4.8% compared to the Friday after Thanksgiving last year. In Chicago, the decline was 4.3%. Telecheck tracks sales in which checks are used. Well, shopping may pick up as we get closer to Christmas. Traffic definitely will, especially on State Street. Most of the year, only public transportation travels down this thoroughfare, but during the holidays, traffic is permitted down State Street from 7 p.m. through 6 a.m., Mondays through Saturdays, and all day Sunday, giving the family a chance to see the Christmas decorations that line the street from the warmth of a car. And managers at Federal Express are reassuring the public today. They say it'll be business as usual for the company, even though unhappy union pilots are threatening to refuse to work overtime during the peak Christmas season. FedEx delivers nearly 2.5 million packages every day. And on the busiest delivery day of last year's holiday season, FedEx delivered 3.4 million packages.
Police saying a man rescued from the chimney of a Southside liquor store was not bearing gifts. Instead, he was attempting to rob that store and has been charged with burglary. The man was pulled from this chimney at Steve's Liquor on East 63rd Street. Firefighters were called in after police spotted him trying to break into the store.
Police say it was a $1 million business, a gambling operation so sophisticated it moved shop every other day to avoid detection. And early this morning, Cook County Sheriff's Police say they busted the operation. This is what Sheriff's Police found in the back room of a beauty shop, which was closed for business, at least as far as haircuts and perms were concerned.
They take bets up to $2,000 a game.
Mixed in with the sports pages, pagers, and mobile phones that police say kept the illegal business afloat as it moved from place to place every 48 hours. Police described Noli Pascal, Baltazar Argamoso, and Reynaldo Punzalan as street-level players connected to a larger crime ring. 3 men that investigators say had been arrested before for syndicated gambling.
In Chicago as well as the suburbs, and they handle a lot of sports, and probably $1 million a month in action. They handle basketball, football, both college and pro.
And though police seized no cash, they did net lots of information, names, and lists detailing thousands and thousands of bets placed in the last few days alone. Police say the records also show the last 24 hours haven't been very lucky for the alleged bookmakers.
They lost a lot of money. The bookmakers lost a lot of money yesterday because Michigan beat Ohio State.
Sheriff's police say they expect to pay some visits to a few of the people who are listed as bettors as well.
A rollover accident in McHenry County leaves one man dead, critically injures another. It happened last night around 11 p.m. on the Square Barn Road in northwest suburban Huntley. That accident killed the driver of the car, a 32-year-old Iowa man. His passenger was airlifted to Lutheran General Hospital. This was the 7th traffic fatality this holiday weekend in the Chicago area. The police marine unit recovered an automobile from the lake near 65th Street today. Reports say the driver of the car says he was run off the road Saturday night by teenagers in a Ford Bronco. The man escaped by breaking the driver's side window.
One person remains in the hospital following yesterday's accident on a frozen lagoon, which turned tragic. 5 people ended up in the freezing waters of the McKinley Park Lagoon after one of them fell through thin ice and the others tried to rescue him. 12-year-old Cesar Dominguez drowned in the accident near 36th and Hoyne. He was underwater for 20 minutes before firefighters pulled him out. One person was released from Cook County Hospital today. Another still recovering from hypothermia. So before venturing out onto water that appears to be frozen, here are a few things to keep in mind. Don't go on that ice until the temperatures have been below freezing for an extended period of time. And check with local authorities for ice conditions. And if the surface is slushy or wet, stay off the ice.
An Elmhurst man has been reported missing at sea for almost 2 weeks now. His family says he failed to return to a port in Ireland during a violent storm. Channel 5's Sharon Wright has the story.
They headed out to sea from their home port of Greencastle, Ireland. Wednesday, November 15th, 30 miles offshore, the winds picked up.
The Atlantic is a very treacherous ocean.
For Terry Doherty, his 2 cousins, and the rest of the crew, it was.
The last contact that another boat had with Terry's boat was at 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning.
Terry's boat never made it back to safe haven with the rest of the fleet. They've been missing for 10 days.
When you're so far away, you feel very helpless.
An Elmhurst native and grad of Immaculate Conception, the 23-year-old Doherty moved to Ireland 2 years ago to join his family and crew on this fishing boat. The Dohertys say they're not only reaching out to family and friends for help, but to the Chicago community in general to assist in this search for Terry and his cousins.
We want to put pressure, if we can, on the Irish government.
The family wants the Irish Council in Chicago to formally ask the U.S. and other nations for sophisticated search equipment to help find the ship and its crew.
They're still holding out whatever hope they can that Terry will be brought home safely, but if that is not the case, then they need to have some closure.
Sharon Wright, Channel 5 News.
Doherty's friends and family claim Ireland doesn't have the necessary equipment to conduct a deep-sea search.
The deal's been struck, but will it stick? Ahead is the Bosnia Peace Accord selling the American people on sending troops to Bosnia.
It's big. Scientists uncover a beast bigger than the dinosaurs featured in tonight's Jurassic Park.
And next, archaeologists study 2,000-year-old graves. Why some Jews in Israel find that upsetting.
The Channel 5 News is brought to you in part by your local Chevy Geo dealers.
For years, the horse-drawn carriage has served as one of Chicago's most exhilarating forms of transportation. Equally exhilarating is the 1996 Chevy Blazer. While the carriage features a charmingly bumpy ride and virtually no acceleration, the Blazer gives you 5 suspensions to choose from, a starting price thousands less than Ford Explorer, and 189 more horses than this carriage. Plus, it's got that nice new car smell. Hey, Wes.
Have a happy holiday, everybody.
This week, Kohl's has exceptional values on brands for the holidays. Exceptional values on gifts for everyone. What names do you have on your list? We bet they match the names we have on ours. So shop for your gifts, your home, and your family, where you can get exceptional values for the holidays. Shop at Kohl's.
And make this the happiest holiday ever.
This is the 96 Accord LX. This is you. The question is how to get you into here with as little of this as possible. The answer is here. Because right now you can get a fully equipped Accord LX for just $239 a month for 24 months. But don't wait too long, because this only last till then. And after that, you'll be out of this. So go see your Honda dealer.
Thousands of Orthodox Jews are protesting an archaeological dig in Israel. Archaeologists are studying 2,000-year-old graves at a place called Modim, halfway between Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. Jewish law forbids disturbing the graves of the dead, and the protesters want the dig stopped. The graves were unearthed 2 weeks ago by a bulldozer making way for a new highway.
Tomorrow night from the Oval Office, President Clinton will sell the American people on sending U.S. troops to Bosnia. 20,000 American troops would go to enforce the latest peace plan. That historic accord worked out in Dayton, Ohio 4 days ago. But already there's talk the going could get rough here and in Bosnia. By all accounts, Sarajevo would be the wild card of danger for American troops. Bosnian Serb leader Radovan Karadzic says his people, heavily concentrated in Sarajevo, still haven't agreed to the peace plan worked out in Dayton, Ohio.
If the Assembly do not ratify the paper about the presence of foreign armed troops here, then they are not friendly, they are not welcome, and they can't come into our country.
And if American troops do go into their part of the country, news reports say 180,000 Serb troops are armed and ready. But on NBC's Meet the Press, Assistant Secretary of State Richard Holbrooke says it's more like 45,000 Serb troops.
You told Tom Brokaw last week, exact quote, "We're not going to send them unless we're certain, underscore certain, they will be safe," talking about American troops. Are you certain right now the situation is safe for American troops?
Well, we're not ready to send them now. We need full compliance. We await the signatures in Paris, and we await the initial actions to comply.
Paris is where they'll sign the Dayton Peace Agreement, but while Secretary of State William Perry returned from Europe being praised for the use of American troops, President Clinton returned from Camp David, ready to battle a surly Congress about sending forces.
We don't have to have troops on the ground. He made a commitment. It is the wrong commitment, and I don't think we should follow a bad decision with another bad decision.
A footnote, the Bosnian Serb leader you saw, Karadzic, he threatens Sarajevo will become the Beirut of Europe because his people don't like the Dayton Peace Agreement as it stands. A U.S. official says the peace agreement won't change, and if Karadzic shows up at the signing in Paris, he'll be arrested on war crime charges.
A crime right before your eyes. If you saw it, how good would you be at helping police draw a composite sketch?
But next, the kind of crime that gives New York City its bad reputation.
Who better to ask about the Eagle Vision than a guy who drives hundreds of cars every day, like a valet parking attendant? So what'd you think?
Eagle Vision's very impressive. I love the 214 horses, speed-sensitive steering, traction control, the anti-lock disc brakes, the manual shifting capability of that auto stick system, not to mention the extra control it offers.
You forgot about the CD player. I believe these are yours.
Test drive a Vision at your Jeep and Eagle dealer, or call us.
He's just not himself, Doctor.
Well, let's take a look. Just as I suspected. Visions of sugar plums. There's a lot of that going around this time of year.
Everyone can stay healthy this season with Walgreens' finest vitamins. Buy one, get a second of the same item for only 5 cents more. And ThermoScan thermometers are sale priced for $59.99 at Walgreens, Santa's Christmas store.
If you're trying to decide how much power you need, how much speed, if you're trying to decide how many megabytes or gigabytes, and if you're trying to decide what's the right price to pay, there's only one decision to make. Computer City, where you'll get Symantec's Norton antivirus with continuous antivirus protection for Windows 95, or the Epson Stylus Color 2 inkjet printer, ideal for charts, graphs, and vivid graphics. Computer City, you can't make a wrong decision when you go to the right store.
Maybe you don't automatically think of the Oldsmobile Achieva when you think about sporty mid-size cars. But think about this. The Achieva has more standard equipment than a Ford Taurus. Let me run that by you again. More standard equipment. The Achieva has more horsepower than the Taurus. That's right, more horsepower. And the Achieva costs thousands less. We think the choice is obvious. So maybe you ought to think twice. Think twice.
A New York City subway attendant is in critical condition tonight after two men sprayed a flammable liquid into his token booth and set it on fire. That booth exploded and the attendant was burned over 70% of his body. New York Mayor Rudolph Giuliani is offering a $21,000 reward for information.
This is a man who has served the MTA in the city for 22.5 years for no reason other than just doing his job. He was set aflame last night. This is a horrendous crime, and it's one that the police department will devote every single resource to trying to find the persons responsible for it.
Police think the incident may have been inspired by scenes from the new movie Money Train. In that film, a pyromaniac terrorizes New York City's token booth clerks by squirting gasoline into the booths and lighting them on fire. The L.A. County coroner says injuries to the body of model Linda Sobek are, quote, inconsistent with an auto accident. That contradicts professional photographer Charles Rathman's claims that he accidentally ran over the 27-year-old model during a photo shoot and buried her body in a panic. Rathman led police to the body last week after attempting suicide while jailed in connection with her disappearance. The autopsy also concluded that Sobek was not sexually assaulted.
If you witnessed a crime, would you be able to give police an accurate description of the suspect? How reliable are witness accounts? As Rick Chambers reports, it depends on the witness.
Do you want to, like, carpool or...
Put yourself in this college classroom. You're listening to a guest speaker when someone walks into the room and stands near the door. As the discussion continues, the stranger moves toward a desk, grabs a purse, and bolts out the door. Did you get a good look? Could you describe the thief for police?
I've had people that were 100% accurate on pop marks on a face, moles, mustache, hair length, physical description. It depends upon how much time they had with the suspect.
In our purse snatching, students had just 23 seconds to scan the thief. We put 5 confident eyewitnesses together with sketch artist Steve Werblum.
He was wearing a black sweatshirt. Once again, there was an emblem. I didn't see what was on the emblem. And he was wearing jeans.
It was a crew neck. It was black also. He had olive-colored pants on.
He had on a multicolored T-shirt, I believe. Yellow, black.
Were these people watching the same crime as you and I? We staged this theft in front of an unsuspecting college classroom. 5 different eyewitnesses gave us these 5 different descriptions. Now, all of them remembered a black hat and the headphones, but 3 thought the thief wore glasses. And look at the differences in the color of clothing. Now, look at the actual thief. Only 1 of 5 descriptions was even close.
That's not even a sweatshirt, is it?
No. We showed our witnesses a video replay of the crime. They were amazed by what they thought they remembered.
Red. No, there's no glasses.
Eyes on the cross.
There's no glasses. There's no glasses. You saw glasses. I saw glasses.
I saw long hair. I saw long hair.
Well, I saw a black sweatshirt.
I would have swore to glasses. Okay? I would have too.
I saw a sweatshirt with black sweatshirt with writing.
That's what
I saw.
A yellow T-shirt with.
But even after we introduced our witnesses to the purse snatcher, changing their minds on some things was difficult.
But his pants were olive. He changed.
That was Rick Chambers reporting. All of the witnesses say they will be much more observant and aware of the surroundings from now on, and they said if they had to serve on a jury, they'd put a lot less stock in eyewitness accounts.
Well, if you stuck around this weekend and you enjoyed that mild weather...
Oh, well.
Sorry.
Didn't we mention something about paying the piper? I think it's...
I think we did.
Yeah,
Saturday.
it's coming due tomorrow. It's going to start off as rain, then change to snow, and the accumulation at this point looks like 1 to 2 inches. North of us, if your travel plans are taking you into Wisconsin, be aware of some perhaps heavy snow in the Milwaukee area. And again, this is a changing situation. We'll bring you the latest here if you stay with Channel 5 tomorrow morning, and all day long tomorrow we'll give you the latest weather information. This is Weather Tracker. It's a device that contains a computer in Winnetka at New Trier High School, up on the roof of the tower there. And it's measuring the temperature at 40 degrees. The wind is east off Lake Michigan around 7 miles per hour. You can actually see the wind speed changing, and the wind chill factor figured by the computer there makes it near 30 degrees, 29 to 30 degrees, and you can see the actual values changing of value when we get into cold weather, and you'll see those values change here on Channel 5 right in your neighborhood. There's a boundary, cold air to the north, warm air to the south, and you can see the difference. 61 in St. Louis right now. We're at 41 degrees. Minneapolis is at 29, and we have some ice, and this is sleet falling. The shades of purple, this is snow, and this is moisture that's still aloft. The lower layers of the atmosphere are becoming saturated. You might see, if you've been driving tonight, some haze out there. Just just a matter of time before the moisture rides up toward us. The center of the storm is still out here in the west, and that's going to be working its way, diving a little further south and working its way toward Chicago. It looks at this point as if it's going to come very close to us or just south of Chicago. That puts most of the snow as the moisture begins to wrap in from the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, there's just Pacific moisture, but the snow amounts could be anywhere from 1 to 2 inches over the metropolitan Chicago area. The heavier snow amounts at this point look like they're going to be across Wisconsin. But again, this could change if the snow track is a little bit further north. That means that the storm system is pushing further north. If it's further south, we could get more than 1 to 2 inches, and we'll have the latest information tomorrow morning here on the Channel 5 News. Here's the forecast. Overnight tonight, rain developing, and that'll be late tonight. Temperatures holding steady near 40 degrees, northeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Those winds are going to increase. Tomorrow, rain, windy conditions tomorrow morning. Roberta's got the latest if you tune into Channel 5 at 5:30 in the morning. Temperatures falling to the upper 30s. And then tomorrow afternoon, this is the iffy question. When does the rain change to sleet and snow? Hopefully after the evening rush hour. Accumulations anywhere from 1 to 2 inches at this point. Temperatures in the lower 30s, northeast winds at 15 to 25. So fill the car up tomorrow. Make sure you've got plenty of gas, and check your travel plans if you're headed north. And again, rain changing to snow, and stay with Channel 5 for the latest weather information. Flurries Tuesday, Wednesday 27, some sunshine. Sunshine Thursday, maybe some rain. Look at that dramatic jump in temperatures Friday, up to 50 degrees.
So we're seeing that 50 again. Very nice.
Yeah, let's just do fast forward through the next 4 days.
If you can do it, I'm with you.
Okay.
An animal with a rib that was 6 feet long. Ahead, an animal bigger than the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Plus, the Bears win. Barely, but it's a win.
Is good.
Push, push, push.
That's a boy.
And what do we have there?
Another boy.
Another boy.
They were born 4 minutes apart, but they were born 3 months too soon. Now a roller coaster ride begins as these tiny twins battle to survive.
You see other people, they get to hold their babies and feed them, but we can't just yet.
Joan Esposito takes you on a dramatic and intense journey through the critical first weeks of these 2 little lives. The Smallest Miracles, Monday at 10 on the Channel 5 News, committed to Chicago.
Today, big news from the automotive world. Happy Sport utility buyers flock to showrooms for lower payments and savings on the popular GMC Jimmy. Now that's a lot of green. And speaking of green, Jeep owners are green with envy. Now the Jimmy tops Grand Cherokee with over 4,400 simoleons in savings. Would there be a better time to save? Get moving. See your Chicagoland and Northern Indiana GMC truck dealers today.
The first thing she said was, "Mommy, I've never seen the clouds from the top before."
You're watching the Movie Channel. We are never more than 5 minutes away from a movie. Tonight at 7:20, Mystery Date. You know what they say, never try to be someone you're not. Then at 9, Emilio Estevez and Samuel L. Jackson.
We'll be right back.
Hello, Saturn.
When we put in a 1-800 number to help Saturn owners, it was surprising how much that number wound up helping us.
How about cup holders?
Suggestions came in about making the inside of the car more ergonomic and adding new colors, just to name a few. Which is why Saturns now reflect so many of our customers' ideas, as well as our own. And while we may not use all the suggestions,
But what if the car glowed in the dark?
we'll always listen.
Then you wouldn't need headlights.
Kids are full of questions.
Will my nose grow if I tell lies? Can I have 3 wishes like Aladdin? Can I fly like Peter Pan? Can I?
Who inspired these Disney questions? Burger King. Because for the first time ever, I get great Disney glasses from Coca-Cola. With magical moments from Disney classics. Aladdin. Peter Pan. All their favorites just 89 cents each with any Whopper value meal.
Daddy, are you Mommy's Prince Charming?
Burger King, get your burger's worth.
Hey, sugar, you've got great extension cords and well-crafted drawers. Nice suspension, sturdy gym sets. Think I'll have to buy you more, 'cause Sears is the first place I'll always try. 'Cause just like you, Sears has a softer side. Come see the softer side of Sears.
Kraft helps you make holiday magic with Velveeta Salsa Dip. Start with Velveeta, then salsa. Cheddar can't melt this smooth and creamy. Look on the box for the Velveeta cheese spread salsa dip recipe. Or a dip so cheesy good, they'll think it's incredible. Make holiday magic tonight with Velveeta.
Next Sunday, you have a brain, but I don't have a heart. This gentle giant snaps. A genetically engineered warrior on a killing spree.
Tell him to use whatever force is necessary.
No, go away. Journey into the unknown. An all-new Sequest NBC next Sunday.
Monday, Christmas comes early to Bel Air.
Santa Claus.
But has the Fresh Prince been naughty or nice?
Maybe this year I'll put a brain in your stocking.
The Fresh Prince, NBC Monday.
And now, back to Earth 2.
We'll be right back.
Right now, get the deal of the year on Ford Taurus, America's best-selling car. With the lowest lease payment of the year, just $249 a month for 24 months on Taurus sedan or wagon, or 2.9% financing, or $750 cash back. That's 3 great offers on Taurus sedan and wagon. It's a deal that makes the best-selling car in America an even greater value. Ford Taurus.
Now, call for a Domino's pizza and get a full order of chicken wings for just $3.99.
Domino's Buffalo Wings. A few weeks ago, while doing some test shots with Debbie, I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head & Shoulders. Unlike regular shampoos, Head & Shoulders help stop flakes from even forming. You see the difference? Head & Shoulders turns dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
Earth 2 will be right back on NBC.
Next, it's magic. It's dazzling.
You're out of your mind! Yes!
Robin Williams is howlingly funny.
Let's do it right here!
Jeff Bridges is sensational.
You're a true friend.
It's the network premiere at a special time. The Fisher King on NBC next.
And let's check out the news headlines.
We have the latest information,
Including traffic and weather. 18 weather breaks on TV each morning.
Roberta takes a very complicated weather forecast and makes it very easy to understand.
We provide you with fresh local news as well as what's happened nationwide and around the world. People want to know what's going on or what happened overnight.
It's all hard news. It's all the latest breaking news.
And you're going to find out first from us. Everything you need to know before you head out the door.
The Channel 5 News first thing weekday mornings at 5:30 and 6.
Tired of chicken that cooks up dry and tough? Butterball has news!
Extra, extra! Tender and juicy!
Introducing Butterball Fresh Chicken. You've never tasted chicken this extra delicious.
Extra, extra! Tender and juicy!
Our natural base is why Butterball chicken is extra tender and extra juicy.
Delicious!
Butterball's put chicken back on the front page at this house.
Extra, extra! Tender and juicy!
With 132 frisky horses under its hood, the 4-door Plymouth Neon is one pretty fast car. In fact, it's so fast, it just blew 2 of its own doors off. Say hello to the brand spanking new Plymouth Neon Sport Coupe. Performance suspension, ABS, and a cool new look.
See what's new at the Stars of Chicagoland, your Chrysler Plymouth dealers.
Look for the Science of Sequest tomorrow in the Northwest Indiana Post-Tribune.